Versatile here. In this video, I'd like to discuss with you the importance of validation, meaning the recognition of the other person's emotions as being valid and worthwhile. If this animation appears on screen, pause the video for as long as you want to answer my questions. Imagine a time where you simply felt negative, sad, or stressed, and expressed that to someone else. So, in that situation, when you expressed a strong emotion to someone else, how did they respond? What did they say? More likely than not, their response had an effect on you, even if it was just a little bit. On the one hand, the person could have said or done something validating. They might have reassured you that your emotions made sense or showed you that they understood you. On the other hand, the response could have been invalidating. For example, by refusing to listening to you, indicating that you were overreacting or crazy. Do you think the response were validating or invalidating? If you said invalidating, then the response seemed to show you that you weren't being heard and understood at all. If you said validating, then the response seemed to show you that you were being heard. Well, either way, how did that make you feel? In general, when you are invalidating, you are frustrated and misunderstood. Validating statements like "that makes sense" and "I hear you" would have the opposite effect, don't you think? Mutual validation is a great way to maintain a relationship. When you validate someone, you show them what they are feeling or thinking is okay, without any judgment. When people are present and hear us out, or listen and reflect back to what we have said, or can relate to a personal experience, saying things like "that could have happened to anyone," we tend to feel validated. When we feel this way, it is very calming, don't you think? Do you validate other people? And if yes, what are some ways that you do so? Importantly, validation is not necessarily about agreeing with the other person or feeling the same way they feel. When we validate someone, you are simply acknowledging their perspective without judgment. Validation means also a great way to de-escalate an argument. It is very empowering. It can be difficult, but is useful to practice. You can practice it by validating other people that have perspectives that you disagree with. Think of a person who stands for something that is completely the opposite from your beliefs. If you found one, then try to find one kernel truth and try to validate that, even though you don't agree with that perspective. However, it is not wise to validate things that are objectively false. Feelings and emotions can always be validated. In addition to validating other people, it is also helpful to practice validating yourself. Just like when we validate others, self-validation can de-escalate an intense emotional situation. Telling yourself, validating things that, like, my emotions are okay, it is okay that I feel this way, or of course it makes sense that I feel this way, can be really helpful. Can you think of any self-validating statements that you could use or say to yourself next time you feel emotional? If you answered something, awesome. If you didn't find anything, awesome. Take your time. It will eventually appear. In the next video, we will still be continuing this topic, talking about what other psychologists think about validation in 6 different levels. Stay tuned for that. Thank you very much.